concept. It was an EP of 5 songs. It was called 5 Demons. It was about 5 demons to society that need to be destroyed. And, there was some political stuff on there, but he wrote the words for all the new stuff. So
yeah, there is an actual song on the new album called "Statute of Liberty."
Yeah,
it's the first political song I've ever written. Actually, I'm not all that politically motivated when it comes to writing lyrics, but I give you a little taste. It's called "Statute," not statue, but STATUE of Liberty. But the whole thing starts off with armchair generals on the hill. But it's about a combination of society's ills and the fact that they're very often caused by our own government.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole thing started off with a very simple phrase, and I wrote the first verse within like 5 minutes from driving from the bank to the store, and I had to stop at the parking lot and write it down. But it starts with armchair generals on the hill, and that's where it started with. And but essentially it comes down to not the fact that instead statutes, laws, that kind of thing. Essentially, all of humanity belongs naturally to the statute of liberty. I mean, freedom and liberty is where it's all at, and if you don't, and everybody deserves that. So, and all the laws that get passed down are essentially violations of that natural state.
Well, like I always say, it's a semi-free country.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys, I don't know, Jade and Ken, you guys can't see this. You guys want to come over here? This is a picture. This is the picture of the guy. You guys can't see this, but if you just Google Russell Dawes, this is a picture of the guy.
He looks like the Papa Umau Mau dude.
This is the picture of the guy that
he has Muppet ears.
Yes, his ears are. And I don't know what is that? Why are his under his eyes? It's like yellow. I don't know. This dude just.
That's some serious baggage.
Yeah, this dude just looks like a dick.
For real though, he looks like a stone cold killer. Come on,
he really does.
Look at him. He's just like, yeah, I killed my granddaughter. What up?
He's probably.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
97 years just to get a hold of a gun.
Well, wasn't he in the service?
Yeah, he was. I think a Vietnam vet.
Well, that's why he snapped.
But I don't know, that dude just looks like a complete dick. But
I think everyone's a dick.
I like him. I think he's adorable.
You think he's adorable?
Yeah.
Grab those ears and shake his head back and forth.
Who's a cute little old killer?
Don't shoot me in the face.
I mean, 97 years old. Don't you think by that time you're, a little bit too, I don't know,
old to pull the trigger?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know, though. Wouldn't you kind of think quite the contrary, though? Because think about it. You're 97. Your best years are far behind you. Why not just off a couple motherfuckers that are pissing you off? You know?
He's gonna die.
He's probably now. There was, I think it's right here. It says that there's there was a I can't talk. Oh my god, I cannot talk today.
Words are hard, aren't they?
There's allegations that she abused him. So,
Kane County District Attorney says deputies haven't finished with their investigation. They are looking into a possible allegation that the granddaughter may have abused Dawes.
I mean, how do you abuse a 97-year-old man? I mean, he's
Keep his teeth away from him.
Yeah. He's gonna be in
Don't
bed.
change his
No,
bedpan.
haven't you ever seen those videos at like nursing homes?
Yeah, man.
Where, like, they push
That's
the
fucking
wheelchair?
nuts.
They are mean.
Yeah, there is
Okay, but I mean, maybe this guy was
Watch
so.
Happy Gilmore.
Maybe this guy was so miserable. Maybe this guy was so miserable. He thought maybe he thinks that if he, has so now he's going to go to jail and everything. He's got so much to do. It's just going to be too much energy for him. It's going to kill him.
I would've
You know,
shot
he's
him.
going to be sitting in the courtroom and just has a heart attack and just dies.
Jesus Christ.
But
If that actually happens, is there some way that, like, you could get money from that?
what?
I mean, like, say the estate of your family. Like, all right, I know it's a, like, family sort of, like, lawsuit that's probably going to happen, right?
Well, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
But say the dude just keels over in the courtroom. Is the case going to continue, or are they just going to drop it entirely? Like, how are they going to sue a dead guy? This isn't South
he's
Park
either-
with the sue-ons.
You know he's going to die within,
You can sue his estate, can't you?
he's gonna die within 2 years. Obviously, I mean,
Good, but what would be the point?
He's probably going to go to a nursing
Depends
home
on
or a
much
psych
air.
ward, and then everything's going to become the same.
now I don't know. I don't know. You think they would really send him to a nursing home after? I don't know.
Yeah, why not? He's old.
Yeah, but I mean, would you put a murderer in a nursing home?
Yeah.
Hey,
His
Grandpa,
defense is-
here's our new tenant.
This guy just killed his granddaughter.
Well, they definitely aren't going to put him in a dual room.
Oh, right. He'll strangle somebody to death.
Or a psych ward. Or
Beat him with his walker.
Yeah,
or
psych ward.
But
But I mean,
a
what?
psych ward's not like a nursing home. Like, I don't know if they're
They
equipped
get
for
better meds than
97-year-old.
Thorazine shuffle.
Yeah.
You know, I have a. I went to school with a girl.
Oh, really?
I went to school with
Just one.
Just one.
It's a small class.
I went to school with a girl since I've been. I was in kindergarten and I met her, and she got bitten by a tick in the woods, so she had Lyme's disease, and then where's this going? She ended up. She became so depressed they actually threw her in a psych ward. And what's that? You been in a psych ward? You were? Where were you in a psych ward? Why am I dating you? What? You've been in the psych
Hey,
ward?
so was Riggs from Scum of the Earth and
Yeah.
Rob Zombie and
Oh,
Robert.
that.
Who's the guy?
I didn't know you
Who's
went
the
to the
director
psych
that
ward.
did? Who was the director that did? Not Quentin Tarantino, the other guy.
Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez
Yeah.
spent some time in a ward on a voluntary basis as a testing subject.
Yep.
why his movies are
That's
so
his first movie was
probably why he
was
enjoys
funded by
movies.
Yeah, wasn't it
that.
wrong?
Well, Alice Cooper actually, he went. They didn't have detox back in like the middle '70s like they do now. Alice Cooper went in for detox, and he actually went to a sanitarium. It was like the people who were detoxing and the crazy people were together.
Yeah.
That's where he wrote one of his albums.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
there?
Wasn't that the, that wasn't Welcome to My Nightmare, was it?
I'm not sure. I don't recall.
I-
That's a very weird
I hear
album.
he's
That
yeah.
whole album is
strange
very
but
weird.
cool guy.
There's a
That's
song-
He used to
why
play
worked on his
grandma
last
with my,
album.
he used to play grandma with my golf. Yeah, he used to play golf with my grandma.
My grandpa used to work at a golf course in Arizona, and he said Alice Cooper came in all the time. But this guy's also 60-some years old, and he bangs a different girl every week. So, actually, have
Can you begrudge him though? Come on.
come up here. Come up to the mic real quick. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about? My grandpa was married to obviously my grandma. And he cheated on her shitload of times. Then they got divorced, and he broke up with the girl that he cheated on her with, and they got married again. And then he cheated on that woman with somebody else. And then he just recently got divorced.
Dude, your grandpa gets around, man.
Because he cheated on her. And now I think we actually talked about this. See, did I talk about how he wrote a little note that said, would you like to get to know me, yes or no? Did I talk about
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Grandpa ever had a disease?
Do you know about this? He wrote a note. He met this girl at work. He writes a note that says, do you want to get to know me? Yes or no? And he sticks it on her windshield.
Well, if you had him come up here, I was expecting you to say something about him being your long-lost brother.
But anyways, I don't know. I mean, he's like, I don't know. How old is he? Like 65?
Something like that.
65 years old, and he's still banging girls. I can't believe it.
Your grandpa. Wait. Your grandpa is only 10 years older than my dad.
Yeah.
What the fuck were my parents doing, man?
I have some news for you. Do you know that?
Contraceptive.
Because despite your view, do you realize that nursing homes are actually the highest rate of STDs in existence?
Are they really?
Those old guys are busy.
Yeah.
What the hell else have they got to do?
That
They're gonna die
My
anyway.
job is to
Let's have sex and play
My
shuffleboard.
job is to move old people's shit around, and I heard a true story.
Like literally or metaphorically?
There's a guy there who has like 6 boxes of porn, and he had one of the housekeepers move it for him.
I don't know. I
And he
think
was gonna have. My job is also to throw shit out. They wanted us to throw it out.
you took it home.
Yeah, right.
You took that fucking porn home, didn't you?
No, I did.
Why are all the pages sticking together?
No. Better than that.
Oh, better than...
The maintenance people, they have those boxes of porn in one of the maintenance closets. Still.
But I want to know, how old is this porn? How old is...
Some newer shit, too.
Like, how does even get into this?
Are we talking magazines or videos?
Boxes of porn.
Now what
Is there a
age?
flashlight in there too?
What age do you think that you stop cranking it out? I mean,
Never?
Stop. Yeah.
You think when you're 80 years old you can still crank one out?
Well, the human male
Well-
is capable of fathering a child until he dies.
Medically speaking, it's actually healthier to keep cranking it out. Just
That's what everybody says. I don't know if I believe that.
And welcome to Jerkin Talk.
Trust
Welcome to Jerkin Talk on the Crash Report, everybody.
trust me. I'm
There's a whole
going
new
to
meaning to
school
crash.
for
Yeah,
that.
I'm
Now,
gonna say.
let's.
Of all people, he would know.
Kenny, you're what, 26? When was the first time that you cranked it out?
Yeah, come on, man.
When was the first time that you ever did that?
Shit. I started young.
Like 6? Like
He was
that
6
young?
years old and he realized he didn't have a Darth Vader action figure. But he did.
So how old were
Luke,
you?
I'm your father.
Middle school, elementary school.
Probably about 10.
Hazard?
did start young.
Hazard,
Holy
what about
shit.
you?
I was
Yeah,
like, what's this?
Dude, I don't know how old I was, but I'm pretty sure it was like 7th grade.
Me, same here.
Yeah.
I cranked it out the very first time in 7th grade, and it was just I don't know. Like, Kenny, when was the first time you ever cranked in it?
I have no idea.
You have no.
Probably about the
Yes,
same
you did.
time.
You,
Yesterday.
7th grade.
Wait, did you just say yesterday? Who said yesterday?
What about you guys, Axemaster? First of all, let's do this. How old are you guys?
You don't want to know.
Old enough to know better, but still too young to care.
Exactly.
So, all right.
Brain years, mental years, or physical years?
Physical years.
I'm 48.
You're 48. Jeff,
I'm 41.
How old were you guys when you guys first cranked one out for the very first
God, I have
time?
no freaking clue. I remember the circumstance. I have no idea. How
What was it?
old I
What was the
I
circumstance?
know. I actually had porn before I did. Tell you the truth, I actually had sex with a girl before I did.
You had sex before you
Yeah, he was
masturbated for the
really
first
started.
time. Wow.
Mr. Player over here.
Oh, wow. How old was this?
I was like 14.
You were
How much
14.
did that cost you?
No, I've actually heard this story. And it didn't cost him anything.
Well, yeah, tell us his story, and then I'm gonna take a quick break and
Well,
get mistletoe up here.
the worst part of the whole story was that it was like we had like a shed that we used to hang out in. We had a stereo in there and a bunch of posters, Kiss posters all over the place. And
You're gonna make a movie about your life.
but there was no heat in the place, and it was like November, so it was cold as fuck. And we did this, and I'm like, what do I do with the rubber? And there's a beer bottle in there. I threw it in the beer bottle, threw it in this old stereo. Came back next spring, it's still there, and that thing looked like a little rainforest growing in the shit.
Oh my god.
Jeff, you said you remember the circumstance of the first time you masturbated. What was the circumstance?
It was a bathtub.
It was a bathtub.
Now I want to
Hear
know.
the floaties going and shit.
It was warm, let me tell you.
When was Leslie? When was the first time you ever,
You know.
Yeah, when was the first time you ever played with yourself?
I was very young.
Very young. Is that why
Yeah.
you're so horny all the time?
Maybe.
What about you, Jade?
Not answering.
Not answering.
She
takes the fifth.
I'm gonna guess. I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say probably. But she's probably been doing it for at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
At least. Hey, Lisa, what's up? I'm gonna take a quick break.
I'm gonna ask her.
I'm not gonna ask Lisa that question. I'm not gonna ask you that.
Believe me, you don't want to know.
You don't want to know. Kenny, do me a favor. Go get mistletoe for me. I'm gonna take a quick break. He's smoking. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break. This is Get Nasty from the party. We will be right back on the Crash Report. Don't go anywhere.